Welcome back. It's been a minute since I've posted any VBA videos, but especially this schedule attempt that I've been on and off developing for a while now. But I'm just going to show you what I've got so far. Again, it's very beginning stages, really. I'm just trying to roll through ideas and figure them out as I go, and if they work, keep them. If they don't work, get rid of them. So what you see here is basically what bare-boned version of our schedule would look. You'd have a month. This would go all the way for a year. You know, this would stretch all the way a year across here. So you have your dates here. You have your shift information here, your people. And then on any given day, an appointment that a person may have, right? So this person has a medical appointment, this person's forecasted leave, this person's on leave, or approved leave, I should say, just a general appointment of some sort. This is LRM, it's a class, you know, so any day I can go, okay, today is January 2nd. He is here. He doesn't have an appointment, he is here, right? Yes, I have duplicated people and one person on shift is not very good, but you know, just to show you how it is. This is being custom made from my shop, so we have a day shift potential. Well, we can have a day shift, a swing shift, a night shift. We also have a dedicated ISO section, which is isochronal inspections for the aircrafts. We also have our tool crib personnel, and we man a back shop. So we have a lot of sections and a lot of people. So this schedule can get unruly. Just imagine 15 people on days and swings or nights, and then 6 on ISO, 6 in CTK, and a few in back shop, right? This schedule can get unruly. So what we can do so far with this schedule is, if you've noticed, this is, let's say, this is blank, right? But inside here is a formula. And what that formula is looking for is his name, and then a certain column 4, in a table called scheduled data. And what that table is right here. I have a plan to make this to where I just click here and then I can put in an appointment, but for now I have to manually put it in this way. So let's say on Hebert on the 5th he's got a medical, right? So Hebert on the 5th, he has a medical, right? I'll schedule view, he has got a medical on the 5th, right? Cool, well, why is that good? Alright, I want to now put Hebert on swing shift. Previously, you would take it, you would copy the row, you would insert the row here, and blah blah blah. That's fine and easy, but eventually it gets any kind of formatting, because normally all these appointments are colorized with some kind of formula. So when I put in leave, it turns orange, or if I put in an appointment, it turns yellow. All kinds of things like that. And after you cut and paste for a long ass time, excuse my language, the formulas can start getting jumbled up. So let's say I wanted Hebert on swings now. So instead of cutting and pasting, I literally just hit delete. Hebert's gone, right? These NAs as well, I will fix with formatting. I haven't got there yet. I want to put them on swings. I'm just going to change Cassie for now. Every one of these names is a drop down. I'm going to put Hebert. Bam. All Hebert's information gets transferred. There's no cutting and pasting. There's no filling in. Anything that you have for Hebert that was up here is now down here. There's no, that's it. Just changing the name. I can hit this hide button and good to go. Those rows. So the basis of how this is going to work. Each shift, this hide and show, I have predetermined rows available for day shift, swing shift, night shift, ISO, CTK, and back shop. So if I hit hide, it hides them all. If I hit show, it shows them all. Like I said, I am going to get rid of all these NAs with a formula. Not difficult, just haven't got there yet. So imagine this section would be, these would just all be empty boxes, right? So let's say he was building his day shift, right? He would go through here, build his day shift, blah, blah, blah. Any information off of this table, oops, sorry, is automatically put into here. Anywhere he puts his name. I put Caber down here. His information's down here, right? So day shift has 30 slots available for people. We're never going to have 30 people on one shift. But, you know, swings has 30 people available. And just throw Caber down here too. He's going to be on every shift. He's a superstar. All right. And you can see I'm just throwing them in nonchalant. They don't have to be next to each other. Obviously, you would tidy it up as best as possible so it doesn't look like crap when you're doing it. But that shift, we're going to put Caber on here as well. He's already in ISO, we'll leave him. He's also going to be in CTK. I'm just trying to prove a point that whatever I put in for Caber will be anywhere I put Caber's name. Right? So now we're going to hide it. Right? It got rid of all the spaces in between. Remember, I didn't have them next to each other. So it doesn't matter. When you hide the rows, all those blank spaces get hidden. So there. I officially put Caber on every shift. Doesn't make much sense, but that's the point. Now you can also hit, I understand when you do this. Okay, this is a bit unruly, right? This is a lot of, this is 160 rows or whatever. So I understand you're not going to want to look at that. So you can also just click the actual shift name. Let's say I just want to deal with swing shift. I click swings and only swings unhides. I click swings again, swings hides. ISO, only ISO. Make sense? That way I don't have to unhide everything just to work on CTK. I can also do it like this. That works in reverse as well. And let's say I do this. So now these two are hidden. These ones are all unhidden. These two top buttons, like I said, just take everything either hidden or everything unhidden. So everything hidden, right? It doesn't unhide these since they were hid, right? These buttons, or the shift buttons, they toggle. If it's hid, it will unhide. If it's unhidden, it will hide, type of deal. These buttons will only hide everything or only show everything. All right, so that's kind of your, okay, get everything back to the same. All right, so now, so like I said, the point of this table, wrong one, is this is the stored data for everybody, right? And this just reads off of that table. So like I said, no matter where I put somebody's name, all their information from that table will get put in here. Oops, jeez, I keep hitting that. So you don't have to cut and paste names around. You literally just have to, like, Hebert's on everything. Like, okay, so I realized I just put Hebert on the shift too many times. So I deleted them out. We're like, right, well, that looks like crap. All I should do is I could hit day shift twice to unhide and hide everything again, or I could just hit hide it goes through and removes all those blanks, right? All right. So this looks like a normal thing, right? So eventually, again, like I said, when I click here, I don't want anybody to mess with these formulas that are in here, right? So these are all going to be protected. So you can click on them, but you won't be able to edit them. In the same way I unhide and hide the shift, I'm going to have it so it then allows you to put in an appointment at that day from right here. If that makes sense. If I click here, I'll get a pop-up window. I'll be able to select from a bunch of different type of appointments, what I want this block to actually say right here, what comments I want to put in the block, so on and so forth. So also when I click on it, if there's already an appointment there, I'll be able to choose what I wanted to say here, as well as it's going to give me a readout of what the appointments are that were already in there to start with for that day, for that person. All right. So currently my shop is on 12s, right? So I don't need a swing shift, right? Swing shift. We don't have one. We just have a days and a nights. So I made a few options. This is going to get filled out with all kind of options that I can come up with eventually, right? So this is permanently hide swings, right? If you don't, like I said, this can get unruly. We have a lot of sections with a lot of people. So if I can minimize stuff here, the better. Jeez. So I can click this box, which just permanently hide swings. And what that will do, I can either click swings now, or I can hit hide, and swings will disappear, be gone. It'll remove those people from the shift as well. And that's because eventually I'm going to have this column formatted that if I put Caber on multiple shifts, it's going to turn red, letting me know that, hey, there's duplicate people in this column. You need to fix it. The person can't be on the same shift twice, right? So if I hide swing shift, right, just hit hide now. Since I have that option checked, swings is now gone. Just the days and the nights, ISO, CTK, and back shift, or back shot. I hit show. Swing shift is still gone. As long as this box is checked, swings will be permanently hidden and nobody on it. Alright, so what's the other option? The other option is a breakdown, right? This I don't have finished yet, but you'll see the breakdown. Basically at the end of each shift, day shift, there'll be a breakdown of how many 7 levels, how many 5 levels, and total amount of people that are on shift minus the appointment. So if someone's on leave, it'll remove them from the manning of that day, right? So if I hit not to hide breakdown, right? So now every shift has this breakdown on it, right? As you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on shift total, right? Here, I'm forecasted to be on leave, so there's only going to be 4 people on shift that day. Here has a medical appointment. Now I am going to come up with a way, if an appointment is like longer than 4 hours per se, which again I'll have to work with people in the shop to figure out what appointments should count as full day appointments and just your standard appointment, hour appointment. You know, if it's a maybe 4 hours or more appointment, to remove you from the manning list. If you're there, cool. If you're not, let's not count on you being there if you have a 4-hour appointment or more that day, right? So we'll just say this medical appointment is 5 hours long. We're not going to count towards the manning because he won't be there most of the day, right? So on this day, I'm scheduled for leave, and he has his medical appointment, so there's only 3 people on shift. Let's put Austin on leave on January 15th, right? There's currently 5 people on shift that day. January 15th, I said, right? we'll put him on leave. Right? Back to schedule view. He's on leave now on the 15th, and now there's 4 people on shift. The reason I haven't done these yet is because I have to figure out what, with the fellow guys in the shop, what these skills should be. Is this good? A 7 level C5, a 7 level C17, and then a dual 7 and a dual 5. And if it's a 5 level C5, 5 level C17 type of deal. And once we have those worked out, then I can figure out these. Right, this will look for certain things in this column and determine how many 7 levels are on shift minus appointments, type of deal. And then, of course, if this drops below 1 on the 7 levels, it'll turn red, meaning, hey, or if it drops below maybe 2, meaning, hey, you've only got 1 7 level on shift today. You better be careful. Or if it drops to 0, it'll turn red. Whatever we determine as a shop, people that handle the schedule think it should be. Same with the 5 levels. 3 levels I didn't include in there because 3 levels are just bodies. If they're there, sweet. If they're not, well, it's still okay. Let's see. But that's really about it for now. Again, as long as I have the schedule option of showing the breakdown, the breakdowns will always show no matter how I show or hide all of this. Right? If I hide the breakdown, again, no matter how I click the button, the breakdowns will go away if I do them individually like this, or if I hit it and do all at once, type of deal. And that, again, brings the schedule back to a more manageable viewer, right? I always want to give them as many options as possible for typical data that we look for. Like there's also going to be, maybe in this column, or this row, sorry, of each shift, or I'll just have a total one at the bottom of how many people are on leave or scheduled to be on leave for that day, because there is a reg that tells us how many people can or can't be on leave per section at one time. So down here, it'll be a percentage of the shop. 10% of the shops on leave. We're good. We're right at that magic number. Oh, we got 20 people scheduled for leave on this day. 20%. Can't do that. So that's more data that will be able to be viewed or hidden. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I want it to stay this simple as a look. These will be colorized or whatever. But besides that, we're getting there. Slowly, we're getting there. Later.